Hello.
I'm Terry Townsley with Andover USD 385. Start off your interview. Tell me, what is your greatest strength?
Okay, I think my greatest strength is going to be my flexibility. I'm able to roll with the punches when things are handed my way, a responsibility or a task. I like to find solutions, something, a new solution or a more efficient way to do something. I'm pretty good at that, and I'm very easy. It's very easy to work with me as far as a part of a team. I've always been a part of a team or in charge of teams, and so I understand those relationships, and I really try to focus on other people's roles and what everybody brings to the table, and I try to make everybody feel comfortable and confident, and I think I can bring out the best in a lot of people.
Okay, what do you consider your greatest weakness to be?
I tend to obsess over minute details. A little bit of a perfectionist. Sometimes I get a picture in my mind's eye of what I want something to look like, be it a lesson or even a PowerPoint or a worksheet. And so I'm always looking for that, that best clip or that best audio clip. And if I don't find it, then I start worrying about, okay, how can I make that clip? Where can I find that clip? And I kind of obsess over those details. And so, it's one of my something that I have to work on all the time to regroup and refocus and, get to that point where, I need to get this done and really focus on the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes of the project, and not obsess over those details.
Okay, can you tell me how you handle pressure situations?
Yeah, I think one of the first things I do is try to diffuse the situation, meaning, I try to joke about it or make light of it, just so that people can maybe, not look at it like doom and gloom. Oh my gosh, all this is happening right now. And I do that as a defense mechanism because it's buying me some time to actually deal with the anxiety I get when pressure is put on me. And so after we're done, diffusing that situation and just kind of piecing it together, putting it together for what it is, getting to the what is actually necessary to do, then my next steps are to formulate a plan and try to follow through with that plan uh, for to get the end goal.
Can you describe a work situation or a project that you was a part of that you found difficult and how you overcame it?
Sure. My third year teaching, I was integrating an online classroom with my brick and mortar school, and it was a Moodle platform, which was not brand new, but it was definitely new to our district. And my administration was very excited about what was going on in my classroom, and they saw the advantages and the potential, and so they asked if I would do a professional development with the faculty over the Moodle platform. And my initial reaction was excitement, and I was, so ready and pumped to go. And then as soon as they left the room, I kind of started settling, it sunk in that I was going to be teaching these people who had been teaching for about as long as I had been alive. And, they knew everything. And the technology was sometimes frustrating to some of the older faculty. And so I knew there was going to be a little bit of a resistance there. And so I kind of lined out what some of I guess you could say logistics would be, or I guess the the obstacles to overcome, and to make sure I was successful with that project. I just was well prepared. I made slides, I made screenshots, when we were navigating through. And I think one of the best things I did was I actually pulled up my website, or excuse me, my classroom, and I let them, critique it. I just kind of showed them what I was doing, let them give me suggestions. And I think by establishing myself, or at least putting myself in the role of just another one of you guys, instead of this instructor that was standing on top and delivering down, I was actually on par with the other teachers. And so they started to see where it could fit into their classroom by giving me suggestions. And I thought that relationship building was very important.
Okay. How do you elevate success?
I evaluate success. I think that has to do with the relationships that I build as well. As a matter of fact, something I used to tell my kids that I coached is it's only a loss if you don't learn from it. And so even when I try new things, I'm constantly self-evaluating and self-reflecting. And I am very akin to accept constructive criticism. I take it for what it's worth. Sometimes, like I said, I get bogged down in some details, but for the most part, as long as I can learn from it and improve it, then I'm going to call it a success. With specific tasks, I'm always, if something is handed to me, I'm always looking at the criterion to see what the expectations are, and I try to meet those as best I can.
Why do you want this job with our district?
I think being an instructional designer for this district is the natural progression for me as a classroom teacher. I feel like I have some experience, I have some tools, and some charisma that would be beneficial in this job. And just the passion for learning that I have, I think if I could share that with other educators, maybe it will change one educator's perspective, which will then, we can look at the logarithmic effect it would have on students. And so I think it puts me in a position to share and continue to learn myself and to just basically make a difference in the profession.
Why should we hire you?
I think I am an asset to this corporation or this company because of like I said, I'm very flexible. I'm good at working with other people, and I'm dependable. If somebody asks me to do something, I will go to every length to get it done and to do it well. I have high expectations of myself, which will then translate into a really high level of effectiveness and efficiency. And like I said, I always very clear when I communicate what I'm bringing to the table, and honesty and that drive is what I think makes me a valuable asset.
Tell me about your goals for the future.
I think it's the same as everyone. I want to get up every day and go to work and have it not feel like work. I want to do something that I enjoy, do something that I love, and make a difference. And so my goal is to, like I said, take this profession one step further and be working with the adults, be working with people in the profession, and hopefully spark some interest, spark a flame that will then radiate to other people.
Tell me a little bit more about Stacey.
Okay, I'm a proud mother and wife, and I've just recently moved to the Wichita area. And so I'm really looking forward to this part of my journey. I think this job, like I said, it's a natural progression. So I think this is where I can see myself finding happiness and fulfillment. And so I'm just really looking forward to this next step.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.